Hi friends, welcome back to Librophiliac Knits. I'm your old pal Kat, and I have an interesting, oh my gosh, it's so Minnesotan. It's so interesting. That's the adjective that we use when we don't know how to describe something. We don't want to be insulting. So, I've been working in the labor and delivery unit for 2 years now. Almost 3? No, just past 2. It's going fast. It's hard to tell sometimes. And one of my coworkers discovered that I am a knitter, and she approached me with a project. And the project is her deceased mother-in-law was in the middle of making a sweater for my coworker's husband when he was a child, when his mother passed away. Does that make sense? Let's try again. My coworker, her mother-in-law, who is no longer with us, her name is Eileen. Eileen was knitting a sweater for her child. When Eileen passed away, the sweater project, the pattern, and all of the yarn went into storage. And when that child grew up, the sweater came with him. And he has moved cross country multiple times, and the sweater has come with. And his beautiful wife, who is my coworker, asked me if I would be interested in finishing the sweater for him. It was made for his child size, and there is absolutely no way that I would ever rip out his mother's work. So I am in an interesting position because I absolutely love the idea of finishing the sweater for Eileen. Like, how special is that? I'm like, whew, I'm getting a little teared up just thinking about it. Like, how special is that, you guys? So here's the pattern. It's a Reynolds booklet. Icelandic patterns, first time in the USA. And the pattern that she was working on, which, oh my gosh, the name alone, yeah, I would have been right there with her, is called Midnight Sun. Here's the sample photo. It's 3-color Fair Isle. Not only, yeah, let's see. Here's some of the, talk about a time capsule. Here's one of the unwound balls of the yarn. Oh my gosh, it still smells so good. So, Lopi, made in Iceland by Alafoss Limited, exclusively for Reynolds yarn. Selected mountain sheep's wool, 100% new wool. Moth proved by Yulin, 100 grams, 110 meters. Contains 7% moisture when packed. And then it has a color, but I can't read it because it's faded. Let's see if I can see it on a different one. Shade 101, it looks like. That looks faded too. Hard to say. So there's this. Here's the gray. And there's the brown. Here's her color scheme. In this gorgeous Lopi yarn. Still smells good. I don't know what she packed it with, but it smells delicious. Not like too sheepy or barnyardy or like weird mothballs or like it's been sitting untouched for decades, which it has. Okay, now, there were needles in here. There's more than enough yarn to finish this project and maybe something else. Needles were included in a couple different sizes necessary. Oops. And then look how far she had gotten, you guys. Here's the body of the sweater. I'll show it to you again because look at how even her stitches are. Look how beautiful. So pretty, right? And then here's the real pornographic bit. Look at the backside. Look how good she is at this. Eileen was a capital K knitter. Okay, hang on. So there's that. Oh, but wait, there's more. She'd also finished a sleeve. It's my weird green stitch marker. I was counting, trying to figure out what size she had made. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this a while back. I think I might have. But what had happened was I tried to match her gauge and knit the second sleeve multiple times. And each time I didn't feel like it was good enough. I'm having a little problem with perfectionism. I will insert a picture because I already ripped it out again of my attempt. And now, to someone who hasn't done a lot of knitting, it might not be super recognizable, but I don't have the picture right in front of me, so I'm going off the cuff, pun intended, what I remember. But our gauges were very different, and I think the issue was row gauge more than stitch. First I tried knitting it in the original needles that she provided, and it was wrong, quite wrong. So then I went up a needle size, and my row gauge became like vastly different to my eyes. And, you know, I was a little excited. When I first started, I was a little excited. So I think part of it was also that I was not as consistent and relaxed. But I mean, she's just got such even knitting. You know, it's not perfect. And I spoke with Eileen's daughter-in-law, and she's so kind. She's like, "Oh, you don't even have to do this if you don't want to. You know, this sweater's been following us around for years. It doesn't really matter, da 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 da." And I was like, "No, I really want to. No, I really want to. You don't understand. She's not a knitter. She doesn't get it. This is so special. Like, this is so special." And here, hang on. See if I can hold it up. This is the quantity of yarn that was provided to me to complete the sleeve. And here, let's look at this pattern again. Oh, sorry. Noises. So we have the body to here, to the underarm. We have one sleeve. You need a second sleeve and all of this color work up to the neck. I could probably do that in a weekend. But I'm intimidated. I'm genuinely, this is like somebody's whole heart and soul is in this. And I don't want to mess it up. It's just so special, you guys. And there's so much extra yarn that I could totally see making an adult hat for the son who never got to wear this sweater. You know? So that he would have something that he could wear from his mom's yarn. As well as just enjoying the sweater that she tried to make him. Whew. I didn't know this was going to hit me so hard today. Oops, sorry. I have set myself the goal of finishing this by Christmas at the latest. And it's 2025. My stretch goal is to finish it by Mother's Day or Father's Day, you know. I don't know which one would be weirder, or better, worse. I'm not trying to like do him emotional injury. Which is probably why I'm overthinking everything and freaking out and ripping it out. And I also I would like to be able to do something to be like, this is where she left off. But I don't want to mar the line of the sweater. So I'm having a little bit of trouble just thinking about what would I, like, how do you indicate that without, you know, starting a different color or doing something totally wacky that doesn't complete the sweater appropriately. Excuse me for a second. I'm looking at it off camera. Sorry. It also hurts my heart that a little kid this big lost his mom. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Poor Eileen. She realized I was not ready to go. There are a bunch of other really cool patterns in this too. And then the last time there was a textile center sale, I saw another one of these, not this exact one, like not this issue, but another Reynolds Iceland. And I scooped that sucker up. It was like $1 or $2 for $1. And I might have to take this one to the old copy machine so that I can have a copy for myself. Because the sweaters in here are really fun. Look at. But, you know, it's got, look, Eileen signed, she wrote her name on it. At first I was like, does that say Jillian? I'm pretty sure it's Eileen. There's some very, very fancy cursive writing she's got there. Yeah. So this is my other super special side project that I have been procrastinating on for probably a year. Because I don't want to mess it up. But as Eileen's daughter-in-law pointed out to me, Nobody else is knitting it. It has been sitting in this box for decades. Literal decades. They are older than me. So get with it, man. Come on. Get it going. This is only special if you finish it. Otherwise, you're just hoarding somebody else's love letter to their child. That's not my mission. Sorry, I don't have a Kleenex over here. So classy. Camilla's gonna have to hang out with me for this. So that's the other project that has been lurking in my timeline. I haven't talked about it because because there's so much. Like, I didn't want to do wrong by her, and I really did want to make sure that, like, I get it just right and that he loves it. And I mean, like, all of the weird emotions that you can ascribe to something like this. I did it, man. And so I've just been sitting on it. And that doesn't feel good either. The best thing for this project is to finish it. And then I can see how much other yarn I have left. And then I can see if maybe I could make him something that fits him now. Maybe mittens. Because it's pretty scratchy. Well, I'm like, I don't know if I would want a hat made out of this. That's a lie. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It would be good. It'd be so warm and fuzzy. And like I said, it smells pretty good. And there's a ton of it, especially this color. This might go well with some of my hand spun. And then it would be a gift from me to them. All right, my friends. That is all I want to say about this right now. I will be checking in further with updates on how this goes. Like I said, my goal is to finish this sweater in its entirety and gift it to its original intended recipient before Christmas of 2025. It's February. So like I said, I could probably bang it out in a long weekend, especially if I didn't have a bunch of other stuff to do. Or even if I did. I mean, look at how much knitting I got done lately. And I've been like working and derby and reading, and how do other people spend their time? I was thinking about that today because it's like, I'm going to sit and read that whole book. There are so many people in the world that like don't read at all. What do you do with all that time? Like, I knit and I read so much. What would I be doing with my time if I weren't doing these things? Like, I can't even, it blows my mind. Someday, maybe, I'll find out. Not now. Okay. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with us today. Me and Camilla. Needed her a little sooner. Should have built a Kleenex into her pack. Wish me luck with Eileen's sweater project. And I will be checking in with more about that later. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye.